welcome to HUMA Beats and Eats podcast. I'm Marni Wood, your host, and today, as you can see, we are in Marni's kitchen, my kitchen. The summer solstice is upon us, and I was researching, trying to figure out, well, what can I do for my wonderful interview with Club 66, which I'm really excited about. It was such a great experience, and if you ever have an opportunity to see a show there, it's a heck of an experience. You'll really enjoy it. I was trying to figure out, well, what can I do? And I have a couple thoughts. There will be a couple things coming out. But I was researching. I saw that the Saturday following the summer solstice is Summersgiving. And I was like, well, what a perfect thing to have for my interview with Club 66, because everybody I've talked to about that venue, it has such a family-friendly, warm vibe and feel to it that I didn't want to pass this opportunity up. So I'm not really into Thanksgiving food in the summer. I mean, I could roast a turkey, smoke a turkey, whatever. But I was thinking I'd rather do something more summery. And I was trying to think of what I would bring if Club 66 were to have a Summersgiving, which I think you should, maybe next year. I think that would be fun. I figured I'm going to make spaghetti squash with shrimp, and I have my spaghetti squash in the oven already. And then I was going to make a vegetable pasta dish and my own garlic bread. Now, my own garlic bread isn't really fancy, but everybody loves it, so I must be doing something right. So I'm going to walk you through. I already halved my spaghetti squash. I scooped out the insides. I put a little olive oil on both sides, and I seasoned it, and I put it in the oven, 375 degrees. It's been almost 45 minutes. It usually takes about 55 minutes. And then you got to let it cool so you can shred the flesh of the squash out like spaghetti. So I figured, while I get it out, and then I'll cook all my stuff, and it'll be cool by the time I make the shrimp. So that's where we're at. I'm going to be making an artichoke, red pepper, spinach pasta. I'm going to be making my garlic bread, and I'm going to be sauteing up the shrimp to put with the spaghetti squash. So come along. I hope you enjoy it, and I guess we'll get started. I was really excited about my interview. I really am. I'm excited about it. All right. So I do use canned artichokes because I'm scared of real one. I did watch a video on how to peel and pare and remove the fibrous middle of the artichoke. I bought artichoke hearts, real ones. Well, these are real, but, not canned. I bought fresh artichoke hearts. I'm going to try it because the last couple years it's one of the many things I have been wanting to try, so I am going to try it. But in lieu of that, these are fine. They're tasty and they're good. So I halved my artichoke hearts and I sliced my red pepper. I have my bowl of spinach. I have a shallot, chopped, minced, lemon, Parmesan cheese, and I have my 2 tablespoons of butter, and all my seasonings and everything else that I'm using over there. So we're going to head on over there, watch what I do, and then we'll get everything else rolling. All right, see you in a minute. So the first thing I'm going to do, I am going to turn my water on. So I'm going to try not to have to use the fan because I know that one time it was really loud. So I'm going to turn my water on to get my water boiling from the pasta. I did put salt in the water. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to melt about 2 tablespoons of butter. So I'm going to put it on low because as my butter melts, I'm going to add the shallot first. And it's actually a pretty large shallot that I got, but I figured that'd be good flavor. I might put a little fresh garlic in at the end. I found that it adds flavor at the end and you don't have to worry about it burning, so I might do it that way. I like the idea of a Summersgiving. I think it's nice. I do get frustrated when stores start bringing out their Halloween and fall decorations in July, and I think some even start with Christmas decorations. I do think that that's a bit much, but I like the idea of a Summersgiving. I think that that's fun. I wonder what you would bring to a Summersgiving. While my butter is melting, it's almost ready, so I'm going to add my shallot and let that cook. I'm also going to start with some seasoning. I'm going to do fresh ground pepper. That's always good. Now I'm going to add my ground mustard. Just a little bit. A little bit of granulated garlic. Whoops, that's the wrong end. That would be bad. I've done that. I did that one time. I made potato salad and I used Emerald's Essence, which was delicious on the potato salad. But I opened the wrong end without realizing it, and I dumped all of the seasoning on it. And I tried to scoop it out, and it was really pretty bad. So don't ever try to do that. Just go with it. Just start over. I'm just stirring my onion, get it nice and buttery. Okay, it's got a nice sizzle going, so I'm going to add my artichoke hearts and my red pepper. It's my artichoke hearts. And my red pepper. This is a yummy dish. I'm just going to stir this, let these cook a little bit, get nice flavoring, get that butter and pepper and onion all mixed together. And I'm going to add, and ground mustard. I'm going to add some parsley, some basil, and some Italian seasoning. So now I'm going to add my basil. I guess that would be my basil. My basil. And then I'm going to add my Italian seasoning. I'm going to let this cook. Stir it occasionally. I've gotten kind of good. I'm melting my butter for my garlic bread while I'm doing this in between me talking. So I can get that done so you don't hear all the microwave beeping and stuff. So I'm just going to let this cook and let the artichokes get a little brown. A little crispy. And I'll start adding everything else. Now I'm going to add my white wine first. I'm pretty generous with the white wine. I'm going to let that cook down. I have it up to a boil. Let the alcohol burn off. I'll let the alcohol burn off. Now I'm going to add the chicken broth. I'm adding the spinach last so that it doesn't like melt down to nothing. I almost forgot my fresh lemon juice. Half a lemon. I don't know what that comes out to be. I do half a lemon. My pasta water has come to a boil. There you go. I just use the same spoon because it's all going with this. No one's having anything separate, so it don't matter to me. This is such a pretty dish with all the colors. It really is a pretty dish. All right, I'm going to add my cream now. It's a pretty decent amount. I'm going to stir. Once it's done coming to a boil, I'll turn it down to a simmer. I'll add my Parmesan cheese. And then my slurry, my cornstarch slurry. It's a simple dish. It's easy. It's quick. I actually will not use the same spoon because there's cream in there. So I'm going to stir with a clean spoon. I'm going to add my Parmesan cheese. I can always add more. Actually, it's not Parmesan, it's Romano cheese. There we go. And I'm just going to let it thicken. See, it's pretty simple. You can see it's starting to thicken because when you like push the sauce, it kind of comes together me see if it soaks. I'm not gonna put my camera up. No, it's not true. I'm gonna taste my sauce now, see if I like it. It's good. I'm gonna put a little bit of my fresh garlic in. I'm gonna add the spinach at the end so it doesn't shrink to nothing. And what else do I have to do? I'm gonna wait for the pasta to boil, and then in the meantime, I'm gonna show you how to make my garlic bread, and then I'll make the shrimp. I'll shred the spaghetti squash for show you that. Put it in a dish and cook the shrimp. Put it on top. Be real nice and pretty. I have a really simple way to make garlic bread, and again, everybody loves it. So you melt the butter in the microwave, unless you have time or space to do it on the stovetop. Then you generously cover your bread pieces, bread slices. I use leftover bread often. It's just as good. So I've done Italian, I've done ciabatta, I've done French baguette, and I've done the hot dog rolls that we have left over. You spoon the butter generously on your bread, and then you rub the minced garlic on each piece, like I do. And I put a generous amount. I cannot tell you exactly how much I put, but I put enough it covers the bread. And the pieces are small. The garlic, well, not that you can see that far away, but the garlic pieces are small. So I mince it pretty much. I'm not just filling spaces where I see that it could use a little more garlic. This is the only thing like I'm pretty heavy on the garlic with. After I put the garlic, I just sprinkle each piece generously with basil. Not too much, but you know, nice, give it good coverage. I'll bring this over so you can see it before I put it in the oven. Then I put it in the broiler, and I just keep an eye on it because it'll burn if you don't. It cooks fast. So here. There you go. First, I'm going to shred my spaghetti squash into my dish. You just have to take your fork and you scrape against it. And it does come out easily. Just takes a little patience. You just grab it at the edge of the skin and you pull away, and it does come right out. That's what she said. And just run your fork through it to easily separate it so that it is like spaghetti. I've found that I don't really miss pasta. I don't feel like I'm missing out. I love pasta, and I'm making a pasta dish, but I do like, I don't mind the spaghetti squash. It's kind of like rice noodles. It's a little crunchy. It's good though. So I'm going to cook the shrimp in here, and I'm going to put the sauce with the shrimp over the spaghetti squash, which is over here. And then I'm going to finish up this dish with my spinach, and then I'm going to put it in a nice big bowl over the pasta and toss it, and that'll be really tasty. And then I'll have my garlic bread, and we'll be ready to go, and we can enjoy our Summersgiving. The butter is warm. I'm going to add my shrimp, which are peeled, deveined, detailed. I don't know why other places leave the tails on. I do not. I'll let the shrimp cook, and then while they're cooking, I'm going to add lemon, a half a lemon juice, chicken broth, white wine, and Italian seasoning, and that'll go over the spaghetti squash. And then to this dish, my vegetable dish, I'm going to add the spinach and let it cook a little bit, and then I'm going to pour it over the pasta. are cooking nice. So after I flip them, put the seasoning and the lemon juice. I'm going to add my broth and my white wine. It's okay. Turn it up a little bit. Then we'll flip the shrimp one last time. Just need that to cook a little bit. And I'm going to take the shrimp from the pan and place them on the squash. It's nothing like cooking at home, I'll tell you that much. I might just do a voiceover. So Brian's going to want red sauce too. And I'm going to pour the sauce over the shrimp and the squash. Okay.